All right, this is going to be how to calculate the inflation rate using the Consumer Price Index. You want to follow 3 steps. You want to first calculate the expenditure or the cost of the basket of those goods, those fixed goods, because what we have is we have baseballs, 10, footballs, 15, golf balls, and 8. And then it tells you that the price in year 1 to the base year 2011, 2012. In order to do price index, you want to first calculate expenditure in each period. All right. The second thing you want to do is to pick your base year. Sometimes it's given. If it tells you the base year, then you want to take the expenditure in every single year and you want to divide everything. Divide by expenditure of the base year. This will give you your index. Then in order to calculate the inflation rate, you're then going to do a percentage change between the index or the indices. Right? And you want to make sure you know how to do a percentage change. New minus old over old times 100. All right? Know how to do a percentage change. It's not this one subtracted from the other. It's new minus old over old. This will always give you a percentage change. All right, so let's start with the problem that's asking us. It tells us that we have fixed basket, consumer price index. So I know that I have baseballs, I have footballs, and I have golf balls. The quantity is going to be, I have 10 baseballs, 15 footballs, and then I have golf balls, I have 8. Then it goes on to tell me I have prices in 2001, 2011, and 2012. In 2001, a baseball is going to cost $1. In 2011, it's going to cost $2. It's going to cost 75 cents. Notice that the price here goes up and then goes down. Then for footballs, the price is going to be $5, $7, and $7.25. $5, $7, $7.25. So prices are rising. And then let's say for my golf balls, they're going to be at $2, $3, and then lastly 3.5. Right? So all Consumer Price Index is doing is taking a fixed basket of goods, and it's actually called a weighted fixed basket of goods because if you think about it, I have 10 footballs, 15 footballs, and golf balls 8. So the price of golf balls changes. The basket is going to change, or the average price level is going to change, but not as much as the footballs because footballs are weighted heavier because there happen to be 15 of them. So remember for Consumer Price Index, these quantities are fixed. All right? The government thinks you are always going to buy 10 baseballs, 15 footballs, and 8 golf balls, no matter what the price changes, which is kind of contradictory to what we learned when we were talking about the law of demand, which says as the price goes up, people are going to substitute to less expensive substitutes. So for example, if the price of, let's say, footballs goes up, if it happens to be leather footballs, maybe I'll start buying more Nerf footballs, right? But here, price goes up, I still buy 15. All right, so go back to our steps. Number 1, calculate the expenditure in 2001. So in 2001, to buy this basket of goods, it's going to be 10 times $1 plus 15 times 5 plus 8 times 2. Sum those together and my basket is going to be $101. So to buy this fixed basket of goods, it is $101. In 2011, how much does it cost to buy the same goods? Now I'm going to take the 10 times my 2011 prices, so 10 times 2 plus 15 times 7 plus 8 times 3. 8 times 3. And this is going to tell me that in 2011, to buy the same goods that you bought in 2001, instead of being $101, it cost me $149. Then the expenditures in 2012. All right, 2012, I'm going to say 8 times 2. I'm sorry, 8 times the price in 2012 is $3.50. 15 times 7.25, 10 times 75 cents. So I have 10 times 0.75 plus 15 times 7.25 plus 8 times $3.50. And so to buy the same fixed basket of goods, 10 baseballs, 15 footballs, and 8 golf balls in 2011, it was $149. In 2012, it's going to cost me $143, right? Once you do that, I now need to index them. The problem told me that the index was going to be the base year. I am indexing everything to the base year, right? Which means I have to divide every single basket by the base year price expenditure. So you divide everything by 101, and you multiply that by 100. So in your base year, your index is always going to be, let me get back so you can see it, right? Your base year is always going to be equal to 100. 101 divided by 101 is equal to 100. So my index in my base year will always be 100. When you go back to the Dow Jones, it is an index. It is not one specific stock. And if you trace it back, you will find out that in 1 year it equaled exactly 100. 149 divided by 101, all right? So if I have 149 divided by 101, let me get a calculator. I find out then that my numbers are 149 divided by 101 is going to give me 1.475. I multiply that by 100. So my index in year 2, or 2011 is 148. And then for year 2012, take 143 divided by whatever that number happens to be, 101 times 100. I'm going to go ahead and round up. 141.5, so I'm going to go with 142. All right, so if the problem asks you, what is the index in 2001, your answer is going to be 100. If it's asking you, what is the index in 2011 or 2012, your indexes are going to be 148 and 142, right? That is just to calculate the index. To actually calculate the inflation rate, that very last step, it said to take a percentage change between the two indices. So here, I'm going to go from 148 to 142. So if I want to know what the inflation rate was between 2012 and 2011, I need to look at the indices, the percentage change, right? And so I'm going to take my new 142 minus 148, my old, over my old 148. All right, and when I calculate that out, I'm going to get 142 minus 148 divided by 148 is going to give me a negative 4%, which means that on average, the prices fell 4% between 2011 and 2012. Not every single price fell. If you notice, we go back and look at 2011, 2012, this one happened to fall, this one went up, this one went up. So not necessarily all prices fall. It just means that on average, there was a 4% decrease in the price level. And that's how you measure inflation. All right, inflation.